How many of you saw the vice presidential debate tonight? 'Cause good old Uncle Joe said something absolutely profound. Let's do this.
My religion defines who I am. And I've been a practicing Catholic my whole life. And it has particularly informed my social doctrine. Catholic social doctrine talks about taking care of those who can't take care of themselves, people who need help. With regard to abortion, I accept my church's position on abortion as what we call de fide doctrine. Life begins at conception. That's the church's judgment. I accept it in my personal life.
Vice President Biden. He and I agree and disagree. One thing we definitely disagree about is he's a Catholic and I'm an atheist. One thing we agree about is that helping people is definitely a good thing, especially if they can't help themselves. But I don't need a God to do it. I've actually saved a life or two, once knowingly and once completely by accident. So, as I say, I do like to help people. That said, when it comes to something like abortion, well, he and I definitely do not agree. I don't think that life begins at conception. I'm with George Carlin on this one. I think that life began bajillions of years ago and is a continuous process. That said, to take him at his actual meaning, I think that personhood doesn't begin until the brain starts really taking over, which doesn't actually happen until around about the 3rd trimester or so. So in that way, we don't agree when it comes to abortion. Now, here's the thing. You'd think that would mean that he and I completely disagree, that we would not be on the same side at all in any way. However, he does actually add something on to the rest of what he says, to the rest of his statement, that means that I can, in fact, be on his side. Check it out.
But I refuse to impose it on equally devout Christians and Muslims and Jews, and I just refuse to impose that on others, unlike my friend here, the congressman. I do not believe that we have a right to tell other people that women, they can't control their body. It's a decision between them and their doctor. In my view, in the Supreme Court, I'm not going to interfere with that.
That's our vice president advocating the separation of church and state. Take a look at what his opponent said by contrast.
I don't see how a person can separate their public life from their private life or from their faith.
Oh, he said a bit more than that. But his basic message was, if you elect me, you're electing my religion too. That's not American. That's not the American way. Truth and justice and freedom for all. You're supposed to be governing all of us, whether we're of your religion or not, whether we're of another religion or not, or no religion at all. That's what the United States is supposed to be for. Joe Biden gets it. You don't. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think. Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. And please visit my Zazzle store, where you'll find all kinds of BionicDance merchandise. Now rate this video, citizen, or we put you on the probulator.